The former Northwest Arkansas psychiatrist accused of kidnapping patients is set to be back in court this week. Brian Hyatt, the former head of the behavioral health unit at Northwest Medical Center in Springdale, will appear before a judge Tuesday for a bond detention hearing. Hyatt pleaded not guilty to federal charges that accuse him and 7 others of holding patients against their will. Several of Hyatt's co-defendants have already been released on bond. Hyatt's currently scheduled to go to trial in June and also faces a separate state case, along with more than 200 civil lawsuits. Zachary Hawley, the Benton County man sentenced to death for the 2012 murder of 6-year-old Jersey Bridgman, is set to appear before the Arkansas Supreme Court this Thursday. Prosecutors say Hawley kidnapped, sexually assaulted, and strangled the child. A jury sentenced him to death in 2015. Hawley has since filed multiple appeals, including claims his attorneys failed to present evidence of long-term mental illness, but those efforts have been denied. He remains on death row, and now justices will hear new oral arguments that could impact his sentence. You can read more about this case on our website, 5newsonline.com. The Fayetteville City Council is set to consider several changes to expand the farmers market during its meeting this week. Council members will discuss a proposal to expand the market's footprint, adding about half a block east along Mountain Street. The ordinance would also extend the market season from late March through Christmas. It would allow for vendors to set up for a new Tuesday night market and includes allowing alcohol sales. Councilmember Sarah Moore says these changes are aimed at keeping up with Fayetteville's growing population and supporting local.
Giving growers and makers more opportunities to be able to make an income, which is incredibly important to us in the city of Fayetteville, and increases revenue, but also too, quality of life, being able, as we continue to grow, we have a diverse population that, is seeking out different goods and services.
The ordinance is on the agenda for Tuesday's City Council meeting. Also at Tuesday's meeting, City Council members are set to talk about changing how much the city can pay out in certain damage claims. Right now, Fayetteville caps payments for water, sewer, and other city-related damage at $100,000. City leaders say that most claims don't come close to that, and in rare cases where damages go over, the current limit can fall short. The proposed ordinance would allow the City Council, with unanimous approval, to pay more than that cap if an insurance adjuster confirms the costs exceed it. The discussion comes after a recent incident where a sewer line was hit during construction, causing significant damage to a home. Well, families spent part of their Easter weekend out at Rivercrest Orchard to wrap up the farm's Spring Festival. 5 News reporter Taylor Howard spent the day capturing all the smiles.
I came to hang out with my friend Hadley Jo. She's one of the nicest people I've ever met.
For kids like Arabella, today was all about having fun.
Lots of fun.
But for families, it's really about those core memories. Rivercrest Orchard wrapped up its Easter festival today, something the McGarrah family has made a tradition of hosting every year.
We've always wanted a place for families to come, and when we found this location, we just knew like it was perfect. It has the most beautiful sunset. It's enough space where we can have a lot of people out and they can enjoy the day.
Kids hunted for Easter eggs and stopped to sort them by color before heading over to snap a picture with the Easter Bunny. And every year they're adding something new to give families a reason to come back.
I think we have a lot more to offer than just the egg hunt here. So we have the helicopter, egg drop, depending on, wind speeds. But we always do our egg hunt, but they can also, have really good food.
And for Arabella, it's a pretty good Easter.
It's been great. I've had lots of fun hanging out with my family, eating good food.
And organizers say they're already on to the next big thing, preparing for strawberry season on the farm.
We enjoy it. We love what we do. We're blessed to be able to do it.
In Fayetteville, covering news where you live, Taylor Howard, 5 News.
Jerusalem's holiest places sat near empty today as the war in Iran disrupted Passover and Easter. Israel capped gatherings in the city at 50 people, leaving the Western Wall closed to worshipers, and church prayers scaled back. Some faithful did pray outside the Western Wall and across the holy site on vantage points.
Usually pilgrimage coming, especially in this day, the Palm Sunday, everybody holding to welcome Jesus to come here. But very sad because of the war, and it's really, I wish this miracle of this Holy Week, it happened peace and then everybody can come back to celebrate with us for next year.
Jerusalem has come under fire since Israel and the United States launched strikes on Iran. Pope Leo spent his first Easter Sunday calling for peace as Christians around the world mark one of the holiest days on the calendar. The Pope gave his first Easter message at St. Peter's Square since his selection nearly a year ago. Pope Leo's message focused on hope, but he also urged people and leaders in particular to reject violence amid global conflict. His message comes as President Trump is threatening more attacks on Iran if the Strait of Hormuz does not open.
Let those who have weapons lay them down. Let those who have the power to unleash wars choose peace, not a peace imposed by force, but through dialogue.
According to a True Social post, Trump has given Iran a Tuesday night deadline to strike a deal and open the Strait of Hormuz or face strikes on critical infrastructure. The Artemis II crew is closer to the moon than ever before. 4 astronauts are preparing for a 6-hour flyby around the far side of the moon. Mark Strassman is at the Johnson Space Center in Houston with what's next for the historic mission.
It's incredible.
Wow. With a view like this, you could hear it in their voices. One of Easter's timeless themes, gratitude.
It is phenomenal, and the moon we are looking at is not the moon you see from Earth whatsoever.
It's day 5 for Artemis II's test flight, and we had the chance to ask the crew, then 180,000 miles from Earth, what all of us have wondered.
We've all watched a waxing moon from Earth. What's it like to watch the moon grow from space?
We were catching glimpses of the far side, the side that you can never see from Earth. It just looked different out the window, and that is wild. It just really put our place in the universe in perspective.
Tomorrow night, the Orion capsule will loop around the moon's far side, setting a new distance record from Earth. For a time, NASA will lose all communication with the crew. 40 minutes of radio silence. But no one's worried.
We'll take a break, a breather, probably, some good, times to reflect, and we'll meet them on the other side.
Love yourself and love others.
The crew also wished everyone back on Earth a happy Easter.
Do you have a message you'd like to share from space about Easter Sunday?
You guys are talking to us because we're in a spaceship really far from Earth, but you're on a spaceship called Earth that was created to give us a place to live in the universe. Trust me, you are special. In all of this emptiness, whether you believe in God or not, this is an opportunity for us to remember where we are, who we are, and that we are the same thing and that we got to get through this together.
That message from Glover has resonated. NASA posted it to all of its social media platforms, and it's already been viewed nearly 19 million times. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Houston.